Jake, it was a game of extremes. Obviously, you guys got it together late, but what made Indiana State effective early and who did offense?
Yeah, a lot of it was Indiana State, the way that they played. That they did a really good job defensively of coming out and making some things hard for us. At the same time, I thought we made some simple mistakes. Opportunity to jump stop, use a shot fake, opportunity to use a pass fake, having some strength when we turn the corner on a drive, having some strength in the post when we catch it, not getting the ball knocked out of our hands. Like all of that was happening in the first, 8-10 minutes, and that's those are things that shouldn't happen.
Obviously, Laravia had only hit a couple threes in conference play coming into this. He knocks a pair down, and then their guards hit you early as well.
Yep.
Defensively, were you where you wanted to be early, and they're just making shots, or did you need to see more out of them?
Yeah, no, we were okay on the two that Laravia took. He's made two all year, and that's I can see why. Lance had him picking and popping to shoot one, but we're okay with him shooting the first one for sure, and even the second one. The third one he missed. Yeah, so that part was okay, but I still, Nick, I didn't feel like we were active enough, and that feeling comes when Laravia makes two, and then you at the other end, I'll go back to what I said with whether it's a live ball turnover or a block shot, those things turn into quick baskets, and that hurt us. That hurt us at the start of the Loyola game the other night. That hurt us again tonight. You take some of those away, when you make the right plays, you get to the free throw line, you just kind of calm things down a little bit. So even if they're making some shots, you're not helping them. And I feel like we helped them too much in that first 7-8 minutes, because from the time that they had 26, they're going to be under 1 point per possession for the rest of the game. That was after. There were 17 possessions left in the first half. They scored 14 points in 17 possessions, and I can't imagine that they. What was the final?
67.
So they scored 27 points in the second half. So they weren't. They didn't get to 1 point per possession for 30 minutes of the game. We helped them too much with poor offense. In addition to them helping themselves, offensively we weren't strong enough, tough enough, however you want to term it. We just we didn't do the stuff we needed to do.
It's now been 4 games in a row where you've gotten off to slow starts. You've won 2 of them, came back in the other 2 to get within a possession.
Yep.
Any common theme you're seeing in these starts?
Well, the last 2 was the offensive end, and in particular, turning the ball over. And that wasn't the case in the Drake and the Illinois State game. I didn't think we were defensively that we were moving to start those 2 games. And tonight and against Loyola, I really felt that offensively we weren't determined enough and didn't take enough pride in having good possessions. We turned it over too much.
Shuffling through a lot of different rotations there throughout this game. Was it just kind of a matter of trying to find someone that's going to give you a spark there on that offense? Yeah, no doubt. Seeing if we couldn't find a guy or two or a lineup that could get us kick-started. And, that group the last 7-8 minutes obviously did. It was ended up being a little too late. But, yeah, trying to just find something to get us going. Antoine and Isaiah, part of that group that really got you going. What would you like out of their plays as you made that comeback there?
Yeah, Antoine, as we've seen before, he puts a lot of pressure on the other team. He gets the ball to the other end in a hurry, and he gets it in the paint in a hurry, and that puts a lot of pressure on the other team. Then Isaiah got a little more aggressive, and that helped him, I think, find a couple of different spots. And I thought Ty was good in that stretch, active. Came from behind and got a tip and rebounded it, got 10 rebounds. He did a good job in that stretch. Fife was pretty good, pretty active in that stretch. I think everybody in that group was pretty good during that stretch.
It looks like the trapping you were doing at that point didn't force turnovers, but it had the intended effect of creating that intensity that you were looking for. It looked like Indiana State, even though it hurried them up, it seemed like it forced them into some decisions they didn't want to make.
It got a little bit later clock on them. that took the first 8 to 12 seconds of the clock, and then by the time they reset it, it was already at 16, 17, 18, maybe 19, right? By the time they kind of got themselves organized. So the first cut they would make, then it's at 10, and now you're thinking, okay, we got to get a shot. So it helped us in that sense.
It looked like, down the stretch, Christian did a pretty good job guarding AJ. Not a lot of defenders in the league with that type of length and footwork and ability to stay with a guy like that.
Yeah, and Age made the first one, I think, to cut it to 3 maybe, when he went back in after Spencer fouled out.
Yeah.
He got him on the sideline and made the first one. Then that last one, I couldn't tell if he was trying to foul him or not. His hands were out and there was some contact, and I didn't see the play well enough. I'm not suggesting that he fouled him, but just not sure if he was going to be physical enough with him. And if they called a foul while he was still dribbling, fine, we shoot a 1-on-1. And if they don't, you then get your hands off. So I think that bothered him a little bit before he got into his shot on the very last one, that there was a little bit of contact there. And again, maybe their intention was, hey, if they call a foul, fine. They're shooting a 1-on-1. But that when he went up to shoot it, it was off just a little bit.
Were you anticipating maybe getting fouled just in that situation, up 3?
Yeah, we talked about it.
That maybe they could go for it and try to draw the shooting foul?
Yeah, well, we thought it might come earlier than that. We thought it might come just from crossing half court. We have to shoot 2 free throws and then have to play through that. But once you get into range, you get into 25 feet. After that, you're probably not going to foul because a guy could go into his shot at any time. So I thought he'd get a clean look. And like I said, there was a little bit of jostling as he went into his shot.
As a whole, you look at where your team is now, back-to-back losses, first point this season, now tied with Loyola atop the standings. You got Southern Illinois coming in, 3 to play. What do you think it's going to take to finish strong here?
Yeah, just fundamentally, we got to be stronger. With what we're doing. That's what helped dig the hole for us at Loyola, and it helped dig the hole tonight. Is just fundamentally, taking enough pride and playing with enough strength to get through possessions and finish them with a jump stop and a shot fake and get to the free throw line. That to me is the most important thing. Is just being stronger fundamentally, and so we have better possessions.